Tesla registrations have plummeted in its largest market. A report shows that new registrations fell 37% in California due to the coronavirus pandemic. Our car guru, bow tie loving senior columnist Rick Newman is here. Rick, good to see you this morning here. So is it a big deal? You have two opposing stories on Tesla right now. You have good numbers seemingly out of China, another key market for them, but sales in California are plunging. What should investors believe?
I think this is a blip. I looked at the stock just a minute ago. It's up more than 1% today. That's ahead of the broader market. So I think this is really just related to the shutdowns. And so I think the question is, how much pent-up demand is there for Tesla products? My guess is we're going to see a rebound in registrations over coming months. But Tesla has a vulnerability here because they have only 2 factories and only 1 in the United States. So the bigger automakers that have a bunch of different factories, they can ramp up some models when others go short, and Tesla can't really do that. They have to churn everything out of one factory. So assuming the demand is there, I guess we could see a decline year over year in registrations for some time, but it looks like it's going to come back.
Hey guys, I just want to bring to everybody's attention this news on Nikola this morning. We know that it's the electric truck company, seen in some ways as a competitor really to Tesla. Went public with a lot of fanfare recently. We've had the CEO on a couple of times since then, and it got its first bit of coverage, analyst coverage this morning. An analyst at Cowen, Jeffrey Osborne, rating the stock a buy, and he's got a price target of $79. This has been a stock, Rick, that the short sellers have loved here for a little while. I mean, the stock just went public, right, very recently. But what's your take on Wall Street's early weighing in on Nikola?
Well, it's sort of like Tesla 5 years ago. I mean, a lot of expectation for a company that doesn't have any revenue yet. So they have real expertise in the company. This is not a fly-by-night company, and what they want to do instead of focusing on the passenger car market at the beginning is build all electric 18-wheelers, big trucks. Now Tesla has plans to do the same thing. Their so-called semi-truck. So the game is on here, and this is actually significant because you could really innovate in the 18-wheeler space, because the larger the vehicle, the more room you have for the batteries. And think about the implications for trucks that are driving literally across the country. So you'd really have to innovate in terms of charging times and range to make this feasible for a truck. So in a way, you could almost see faster and more significant innovation in that market than in the passenger car market, but they have to bring a product to market first. So, Tesla has never turned an annual profit. Nikola has never even sold a vehicle. So these are all expectations for the future, and I guess you could even argue the distant future.
And Rick, Nikola is opening its registrations for the Badger on June 29th. What are you expecting there? And also, do you see some kind of parallel between Nikola's founder and also Elon Musk? I mean, these figures who are very much on Twitter, talking to people on Twitter. Trevor Milton, even the other day, had a lunch with some people down in Arizona as well. So what do you see there?
The Nikola CEO seems to be like you wish Elon Musk were, charismatic and visionary, but more moderate than Elon Musk. It's like Elon Musk without the crazy, as far as we know. I mean, so, he's a new character on the scene, so there's still time for him to sort of plant eccentric flag, I guess. But it's, this is really interesting. We're talking about possibly the most innovation and the biggest changes in the automotive industry in 100 years. But they're not here yet. So this is not as easy as it might seem to some people. And let's not forget, all the big automakers are developing this technology too, but they don't have to roll it out as urgently as companies that are just electric vehicle makers. So General Motors, Toyota, Ford, they can afford an incremental move over here because they're still taking in tons of revenue from pickup trucks and big SUVs. Not so for these pure play electric vehicle companies. So again, the race is on here to see how quickly does this transform the car space.
Rick, is Tesla competing for the hearts and minds with Nikola in terms of retail investors? I mean, Tesla's had this market covered for the past 3 or 5 years, but not now.
Well, Tesla must have known that they're going to have encroachment on all sides, and that's what we're seeing right now. So The big automakers have been chasing their technology, and they are going to make a dent. I mean, everybody needs to know that just because of the scale of companies like Toyota and General Motors, they are going to be significant competitors to Tesla. And now they're facing startups. And, no one's even talking about Rivian anymore. That's a startup that is licensing electric vehicle technology to Ford for pickup trucks. That's Amazon has invested in that, and we're going to be hearing more about Rivian for sure. So Tesla has a first mover advantage here for sure. They probably have a brand advantage, but Elon Musk has to continue to innovate in order to keep those advantages, and he has to get up to scale too. I mean, the bear case for Tesla is that they never sort of reach the mass market, and they remain a niche automaker for the foreseeable future. That would not be good for Tesla. They have to hit the mass market, and that's what the race is about here.
All right, let's leave it there. Rick Newman, always good to see you.
Bye, guys.
Hey, investors. Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.